So lately I have been in a spot where I just haven't been able to make a lot of content for myself lately. Even photography, I haven't really gone out to take a lot of photos or videos or anything. I don't want to call it a creative rut because it's not the fact that the ideas aren't there or the want isn't there. I find that it is a result of something that I call a low creative battery. Now, what I mean by a low creative battery is that I have the pleasure and the opportunity to be creative at my job all day, every day. I create training videos, I work in the tech industry, I get to create learning documents and all different kinds of fun things like that. But what that means is that I use a lot of my creative energy on that part of my job, which happens every day, which is what I normally get paid for. What this ends up meaning is that I leave little creative energy for myself once I'm done my job. So it's not that the want isn't there. It's just that the energy after I'm done working and creating and doing all these things kind of is hard to balance. I've been coming up with a few ways that I have been kind of looking at tackling that and preparing myself for when I do have the energy and the time comes to take advantage of it as I can. So if anybody else out there is also dealing with this, right? You have ideas and you have the things and the drive that you want to do, but you just don't have the energy, maybe because of your day job or you're using it in other ways. These are three things that I've been doing to prepare myself and try to help me through these problems or these processes. So first is taking notes. That sounds so cliche or anything like that, but honestly, it's taking notes whenever I have ideas, because I find that I have ideas. It could be in the middle of the night, the middle of the day, the middle of a meeting, anything like that. And taking the time to quickly jot down the notes and the premise of an idea I had for a video or anything like that is really good, because then when I have that energy, I'm ready to go with a couple of ideas that maybe I can shoot at any point. So I use my notes app on my phone. I use anything along those lines to help me always have notes or something available near me to write something down on and write an idea down onto, basically. And again, the whole purpose of it is that I have a portfolio of ideas ready to go when I'm in the situation and the battery's there and the energy's there to then go out and shoot it. I have it already kind of prepped. Now, next, this could be popular now, but it could also be unpopular, but I use AI quite a bit. Now, I'm not using AI to write my videos or to do anything like that, but sometimes I have a little bit of energy to kind of start the process of thinking of these videos. I use AI to help me be more productive in coming up and using that little bit of energy I have left. So I will often talk to Gemini, is the one that I use. I think it's amazing. Anybody who doesn't use it, you should definitely give it a try. But I use Gemini and I will talk back and forth with it typically. And it's more about formulating my idea, fleshing it out a little bit, organizing it, and really getting into that ready point that if I get that enough energy in my time or time in my day to shoot, I again can be ready to go. And it helps me a lot with the productivity side of things when I find that I have a little bit of time to work through it. And third is actually one that maybe people might not think of, which is not forcing myself to shoot when I don't have the time or the energy to do so. I planned on shooting a lot more this year, but I haven't yet. I mean, we just moved into this house last year. So there's lots of stuff that we're doing here in general, with the fact that I work in a creative industry and I'm using up a lot of my creative energy throughout each day. I'm not forcing myself to get a video out just for the sake of getting a video out, because I find that if I have a low kind of creative battery, for the term that I'm using for this, I will then skip steps and I will just kind of force the video out. I think that forcing that process ends up doing more harm than good, because a lot of the times I sit there and I talk to myself saying, just get out and shoot, get out and shoot, get out and shoot and do that. But then I also speed the edit and I speed every other process of it, and it ends up working against me. So what I've been trying to do is just make sure that I'm prepared to the best of my ability for when I have that energy and that time to dedicate to it. And then once I'm ready, I go and I can execute quickly and save myself time while I'm going through that process. But yeah, so I hope that, this process alone has helped a few people. I mean, I'm sure there's some people out there who feel the same way. You've got the ideas, everything's ready for you to go, and you just don't have the time or the energy. Your creative battery is just drained. I feel that. So if any of these tips helped out, or even just knowing that somebody else is also feeling the same thing because of how life is these days, then know that you're not the only one out there. And I think that the best advice is to take your time, plan as much as you can in between when you have little bits of time and energy, and then be ready for when you have that opportunity to go out and shoot and do that. For all of you out there who are like me, who can't do this as a full-time job, but you do it because it's fun, and you like telling stories, and you like shooting video or taking photos or anything like that. So appreciate you all for watching. Thank you so much. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye now.